Hey BooTube, this is going to be a quiet video because it's currently 12 midnight. Give me a second. Okay guys, my bad. This is a part 2 video to The Flash Season 4, Episode 4, titled Elongated Journey into the Night. The reason why this was a part 2 video is because my video ended up getting interrupted in the middle of it. So, yeah, here's part 2. If I remember correctly, I left off with... And my PlayStation signed out. Okay. But anyway, we got Ralph Dibny trying to defend himself, saying that he's a good cop, from what I remember in the last video. That's where I left off. But anyway, to try to prove it, he stops blackmailing the mayor. Because remember, he found out that Mayor Bellows was committing adultery. And so he was pretty much blackmailing the mayor. And of course the mayor, finding out that he was being blackmailed for his adultery, sent a bunch of goons after Ralph. So he stops blackmailing Bellows. And apparently Bellows attempts to kill Ralph. And while that's happening, Breacher shows up and actually mistakes Ralph for a plastoid, apparently. And apparently a plastoid is a species that invaded Earth-19 previously and attacked Breacher at one point. So he's like, he's one of those creatures, he's one of those plastoids, your people attacked me and all that shit, right? So he ends up attacking Ralph, mistaking him for a species that tried to kill him. And that's when Cisco intervenes and manages to save Ralph. Barry actually revealed who he was. He's like, hey, Ralph, by the way, remember me, Barry Allen from the CCPD, that pretty much exposed you? Yeah, I'm the Flash, right? So he pretty much revealed his alter ego and managed to convince... well, I wouldn't say convince, but convinces to help arrest. You know, basically he agrees to help Ralph arrest Bellows, right? And so they succeeded. And apparently Breacher was kind of impressed by Cisco's gallantry. You know how Cisco intervened against Breacher to protect Ralph. He's kind of impressed by it. Of course, he's all machete stone-faced, but he was a bit admired by Cisco's gallantry, and because of that, he allowed the relationship with Gypsy, which I was like, hey, yay, good job, Cisco, I'm proud of you. Just out of curiosity, put in the comment section, because I don't know if they actually have a name, but does Gypsy and Cisco have like a couple name? You know how in Supergirl, Maggie and Alex had Sanvers, which is a combination of their last names. And then Kara and Mon-El, their ship name was Caramel, right? And then Flash, for Barry and Iris, it's West Allen, right? Does Cisco and Gypsy have a ship name yet? Anyone? If they do, please put in the comment section, because I do not remember what it is. But if they don't, someone make up a good one. Make up a clever one, because I'm not clever. That's not going to happen. But oh, and another thing, does Joe and that one lady have one too? Joe and his girlfriend should have a ship name. If they don't have one, they should have one. And I know that what's her face? Jess. I know that Jessie broke up with Wally, but when they were together, did they have a ship name too? And if they did, please tell me, because I don't remember that shit either. So many couples, I don't even know if they have a ship name and stuff like that. But anyway, Anyway. Barry recruits Ralph to be part of Team Flash, and at one point he does mention the name when he's like, I should get a superhero name and all that stuff. He's like, how about Elongated Man or something like that, which is legitly his name in the comics. But of course, here in the show, Ralph's like, ugh, that's stupid, right? I kind of don't blame you. When I first heard that name in the comics, it kind of did sound stupid to me. Just saying. But that was actually his name. But anyway, Barry was asking Ralph how he got the whole information about Bellows and his adultery. And apparently Ralph was like, oh, I got an anonymous tip from someone named DeVoe, right? And this person, DeVoe, instructed Ralph to keep an eye on Bellows. And the moment Barry heard that name, we ended up getting flashbacks of Abracadabra and Savitar. And if you remember correctly, when Barry first fought Abracadabra, because remember, like, he knew some future shit, Abracadabra mentions that one of the greatest foes that Barry will have is actually someone named DeVoe. And the flashback with Savitar was basically, remember when they tried to recruit this Savitar Barry and tried to make him like a good guy and everything, and they brought him to Star Labs, and at one point Savitar mentions some sort of device that they're gonna create to stop someone named DeVoe. And then when they're all looking at Savitar like, who's that? And he's like, oh, yeah, you're not gonna mess with him yet. Well, it looks like both Abracadabra and Savitar predicted the future, obviously, because they both mentioned DeVoe, and Ralph said he got a tip about Bellows from someone named DeVoe. And I'm only guessing, in my honest opinion, I believe DeVoe is the thinker dude. That thinker dude that's like pretty much in Professor X's chair. His little chair thing that he sits on with the helmet thing on, somewhat helmet thing on his head, kind of reminds me of Professor X. You gotta admit, you know, like when Professor X is searching for mutants and all that shit, and he has that helmet thing on his head, looks just like Thinker. Thinker reminds me of Professor X when he's, you know, when Professor X is like doing Cerebro and searching for mutants, all that shit. Thinker looks just like that to me. He has like a helmet-looking thing on his head, like little wires or something like that on it, and he looks like he's in a giant-ass chair. Looks like Professor X and Cerebro. I'm sorry. It's late. Anyway, meanwhile, at the end of the episode, Caitlin is going back to her apartment, and she sees that someone managed to scratch some shit on her door. I don't remember exactly what the message was, but I believe the message was like, basically, remember Caitlin was, when she first came back to the team this season, she went back to the bar where Cisco found her, where she was working, and now that creepy dude was there, and, you know, the creepy's like, where have you been, all that stuff. It's like, tell your boss I'm out and all that stuff. So apparently, when she left, she was maybe working for like a thug or a mob boss or someone obviously bad, like a gangster person or something. And the creeper dude obviously works for the same person. And, you know, she's coming back to Team Flash, and so she's like, you know what, dude, tell your boss, my former boss, I quit, goodbye. And he tries to stop her and everything, and she goes all Killer Frost and everything. I'm only guessing that the boss that she quit from, or maybe that creeper guy that she worked with the boss, put that message on the door. It's one of the two. But anyway, I'm kind of scared for Caitlin, because she kind of has this Jekyll and Hyde thing going on, because, you know, she's fighting between Caitlin Snow and Killer Frost. So I'm kind of worried. But, you know, it's Caitlin, so she's smart. She'll be fine. But yeah, we finally got like a legitimate name to the thinker dude, DeVoe. And Abracadabra and Savitar have said it. So, pretty damn cool. And we have a new member of the Team Flash, so welcome to the team. Welcome, Ralph Dibny, aka Elongated Man from the comics. And, Breacher, oh hail Machete. Oh hail Machete. Beautiful man. That is a beautiful man. And seriously though, if they, Cisco and Gypsy, if they actually have a ship name, and it actually does exist, please tell me in the comments. I really don't know what it is. And if they don't have one, someone make up a clever one, because I'm not very clever. And same goes for any other couples, either past or present. I'm even talking about Jesse and Wally, Joe and his girlfriend, all that stuff, right? Just tell me. And I'll see you in the next video, which most likely will be Legends of Tomorrow, Season 3, Episode 4, which is Phone Home. I wonder what that's about. And Arrow, Season 6, Episode 4, titled Reversal. I know I'm late. I know. Literally this week's episodes, which are all Episode 5s in their respective seasons, have already premiered. But again, work. But I'll see you guys soon, okay? Peace.